What's going on, everybody? All right, we got a few things to talk about. We got a big event. It's Wednesday, August 14th. There's a big event going on today for the Raider fans and the Raider players, and I want to touch on that. We also signed a new player. We re-signed a new player, a familiar face, and so I'll kind of give you my take on that, whether or not I think he's going to make this 53-man roster, and kind of give you my take as to why we brought him on to the active roster as well. And then we got some news, a little bit from Antonio Pierce, as well as the ESPN beat writer, kind of giving us an update on the Colton Miller injury, as well as the JPJ injury, and when we might see these guys. And I'll kind of give you my opinion as to kind of what my take is on the injury status as it stands right now, and kind of what my thoughts are as this kind of progresses. If we don't see them suit up this week, I'll kind of give you my thoughts on that. And so, before we get into it, if you can, hit that thumbs up. It definitely helps me out. I would definitely appreciate it. Just helps kind of push the video a little bit. So if you can hit that thumbs up, big shout out to you. But if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. I got my next giveaway at 4,000 subscribers. It's just my way of giving back and saying thank you, and just showing my appreciation for all my subscribers and what you guys have, the support you've shown me since starting this channel, the beginning of last season. And so hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and then also hit that notification bell so you know when that giveaway does come up. And so let's kind of jump right into it. The big event is open practice in Allegiant Stadium. Again, this is Wednesday, August 14th. It's free to the public. It's open. You do need to have a ticket, but I'll be attending. And shout out to Ginslinger, man. You are always commenting on the videos. You've been huge on the last couple lives that I've done. You're always in the Raiders content. So you got your huge man. I'm meeting up with you at Mandalay Bay around 3:30 Sportsbook. If any of you are in the area, if you guys are rolling to open practice and you're going to roll by Mandalay, come hit us up. We're going to be chilling at the sports book, getting a quick little drink, and then we're going to head over to Allegiant Stadium probably around 4:30. And so again, open practice at Allegiant. Big shout out to Mark Davis for doing it. Not only is it free to the public, but all the season ticket holders that got automatic tickets, he told them you are not allowed to sell these tickets. It's free to the public. So if you transfer these tickets, it's for free. And so what I'm hearing is that it's going to be a massive turnout. They're projecting anywhere between 35 to 40,000 fans to kind of storm this stadium. And so that's huge. I'm excited for these Raider players to see just how deep this Raider fan base is and the support that they do have. I know that there's content creators coming from out of town. I know there's people coming rolling in from other states that are coming specifically for this. And so again, this practice is Wednesday, August 14th. There's another practice August 20th on Tuesday. That's next week, and I'm going to be attending that one as well. I'm actually going to be bringing my wife and kids that one. So I'm going solo on this one. Today's camp, open training camp, but next week I'm bringing the family so they can experience it with me. So again, if you're rolling there, but you're going to stop by Mandalay, come to Sportsbook around 3:30, 4 o'clock, and come grab a drink with myself and Ginslinger as well. And so next up, let's get into the new signing, a familiar face. So we picked up Nathan Peterman. He's been with us before, and I'm going to kind of give you my take. I'm going to give you my take on if I think he's going to make the 53-man roster and why we brought him on. But before I do, let me know in the comment section down below, do you think Nathan Peterman makes this 53-man roster? Let me know in the comment section down below. And now, look, I think this is kind of an insurance policy, in my opinion. Anthony Brown Jr. didn't look too good against the Vikings. Now, the offensive line really didn't help him out, but he didn't look very good at all. And then I think Carter Bradley. I don't think Carter Bradley had a pass. I think he might have had one pass attempt, but he didn't get much work. And so the good thing about Nathan Peterman is he's been in Luke Getsy's system for 2 years. He was with Chicago the last 2 years. He was in his system, so he understands it. So he's going to be able to help teach all the other quarterbacks. And again, I think it's just an insurance policy. If Anthony Brown Jr. or Carter Bradley don't work out, Nathan Peterman's an okay third-string quarterback. All right, I'll take him as a third-string quarterback, kind of being that clipboard quarterback that's going to be sitting there, making sure that he's helping those quarterbacks kind of learn the system, develop into the system. and be that second coach, whether it's in the quarterback room or kind of on those sidelines. And so that's kind of how I see Nathan Peterman being as one. He's an insurance policy just in case Anthony Brown Jr., Carter Bradley, they don't work out. And also, if they don't work out, he's a solid third string quarterback to help with Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew, continue to learn Luke Getzey's system because he's been in this system for 2 years. And so that's kind of my take on it. Again, let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think Nathan Peterman actually makes this 53-man roster? Let me know in the comment section down below. And then next up, we're going to jump into the Kolton Miller JPJ news. And so I'm going to kind of hit this in a couple different ways. First off, you got a report that's coming out about Kolton Miller. And Antonio Pierce he came to the podium, he addressed the media, and he basically said that there's a chance that we might see Kolton Miller and JPJ kind of ready by this weekend. I don't think that they're going to play this weekend, but I think that they might be ready by this weekend. And I've said this in my live. Shout out to Chris at the Protect the Shield podcast. Go and subscribe to him. Go check him out. He's great, as well as Severe Raider. Go check him out as well. I said this on the podcast that we did, the live podcast that we did. And basically, if Kolton Miller is ready by this weekend, that's great. If he doesn't play, I'm not too concerned. He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. I think that they're going to make sure 100% that he's ready to go. And so I'll touch on JPJ in just a second. But when it comes to Kolton Miller, I just want to know if he's ready and 100% by this weekend, that is a great sign. If he plays, not that big of a deal to me. He's a veteran. He's ready to go. I'd love to, if JPJ plays, I would have loved to see Kolton Miller play next to him so they can kind of start to build that chemistry. But again, I'd rather be 110% that Kolton Miller is ready to go by week 1 because he's a veteran. It might take him a game, maybe a game and a half to kind of get his feet wet again. But as long as he's ready to go week 1, I'm good. Now, this report that's come out, you basically have ESPN's Jeremy Fowler. He's kind of come out, and what he said is that left tackle Kolton Miller has been cleared by his independent doctor. So he's hoping to work his way back into practice action over the next week or two. Fowler wrote, week 1 should be looking good for him. And so according to Fowler and Kolton Miller's independent doctor, he's ready to go. He's basically ready to go. So in my opinion, that tells me that's kind of they're just being cautious and making sure that he is 100% ready to go week 1. And so that's kind of my take on it as it stands right now. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think Kolton Miller has a chance of playing this weekend? Let me know. And even if he does, do you want him to play this weekend? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, next, let me talk about JPJ. All right. So again, Antonio Pierce came out. He talked about Kolton Miller and Jackson Powers Johnson. And he stated that both of them have a chance at being ready to go this week. Again, he may not play. But the concern that I have about Jackson Powers Johnson, and if I could be concerned about one of them, whether it be Kolton Miller or JPJ, I'm actually more concerned about JPJ, not because he's a rookie and all that. It's because of the injury that he sustained. Now, they're saying that it was a concussion, that he's kind of in concussion protocol. And the problem is that JPJ has had concussion history. He has history of having concussions or having prior concussions back when he was in Oregon. And in addition to that, he got this concussion in kind of non-contact drills. They all had those new skull caps that everybody's wearing over the helmets. And this was prior to actual training camp. And so he was kind of involved. He actually came in late to some of the mini training camp that they had before. And he sustained this injury kind of during those non-contact sessions, those non-contact practices, which I'm not exactly sure how that happens. And so what is most concerning to me is, one, I want him to play. Obviously, I want him to be out there. I want him to kind of get that chemistry with the offensive line as a whole and start really learning Luke Getzey's system in real time in live action. But it's just concerning that if you've had concussion history in the past and now all of a sudden you're now leading into this season with another concussion, or at least under concussion protocol, and you incurred it in non-contact drills, that's very concerning to me. I hope that I'm kind of overthinking it. I hope that it isn't a concern moving forward. Maybe they're just being overly cautious and they just don't want him to have any contact. Maybe um, not until next week, but it's a red flag in my opinion. It's a big red flag. It's a guy that I think we depend on. It's a guy that I think has a lot of potential to be a really good offensive guard in this league. And he's a great young player that has a lot of promise, but he did drop in the draft, and there was medical concerns regarding why he dropped in the draft. And so, if that medical concern is concussion or surrounds a concussion, that to me is extremely concerning because the one thing you don't mess with is the brain, is the head. And that's the one thing that in the history of concussions that we know so far, you just don't heal 100%. You don't heal 100%. And once you get that first, second, or possibly third concussion, you are just that much more susceptible to more concussions as your career goes on. And so, again, I am concerned, guys. Let me know. Let me know if I'm overreacting. Let me know if I'm overthinking it. Let me know in the comment section down below. I don't care. I got thick skin. Let me know. But let me know in the comment section down below what you think. So, kind of that's my take on the three topics, guys. The open practice, we signed Nathan Peterson, and my take on kind of Colton Miller and how it stands now, as well as JPJ. So, again, guys, if you are in the area, if you're going to open practice and you're going to roll by Mandalay, stop by the sports book if you're around there around 3:30, 4 o'clock. Myself, Jen Slinger, we're going to be hanging out, having a quick pregame drink before we head on over to Allegiant Stadium, probably around 4:30. And so I appreciate you sticking with me again. Please hit that thumbs up, like this video, hit that subscribe button if you want to be included in all my future giveaways, and also hit that notification bell so you know when that giveaway does go down and when I drop new content. So appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.